The noise is just about reaching a crescendo here as these two sides get ready to lock horns. This is football at its finest.
Arsenal against Barcelona.
Well, there is here a great sense of expectation. As to universal contentment, the Emirates embraces Arsenal once more. If you're just joining us, has a shot! Just swings wide.
Oh, he got lots of power behind that, just couldn't quite get it on target.
It's a promising run he's making on the right. Vitinha. And it's Thuram. Vitinha puts his foot on the gas. And he's forced to go back. Piqué. And it's Lahm. Here's Makelele. And here's Mbappe. Neither of these two want to come off second best. Mbappe. While facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup. Some really good ball movement. Out to the right. Well seen, saw that coming.
That was well played, well stopped.
Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. That's been cut out, well played. Messi. I wonder what you've seen, Jim, over the early moments of the game.
Well, neither side has really grabbed the initiative, I would say. Both must have come in with a view of not making any early mistakes. So we're seeing some conservatism here.
Bellingham. Barcelona yet to have an attempt on goal. Looking for the run.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time.
I'm not sure the shot was ever on there, really. There were just too many bodies in the way, Peter.
He knew what was coming. That's a yellow card. Lahm. Nicely shaped ball. Sané. Vitinha is always looking to break lines. And it's made its way to him. Mbappe will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. But it's Thuram. Over to the other side.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Now, can they get him away? And he's made sure that's not getting through. Bellingham with a definite foul there. Well, the ref's been lenient here. I doubt he'll get too many more chances. Turns back here, probably the best option. Lahm. And it's Bellingham. Aims beyond the defence. Bellingham, forever the opportunist. A sniff, that's all he needs. Vitinha, it's a searching pass. Sané, Vitinha, and Makelele, and it's Vitinha. Mbappe, oh, good read.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Bellingham. Now it's Messi. And they'll start all over again with the goalkeeper, Abbiati, the type of keeper who instills great confidence in his back line. Pele looks to get on the end of this. goal here just before half-time could mean a great deal. Messi knocks it into space. It's a pretty loose pass. Could move up a gear here. Makaleli. Now it's Mbappe. Out to the left it goes. Engages and forces him off the ball. Over to the left. Vitinha. And that interception was most necessary.
He read that really well and stopped it.
Oh, he's managed to get it all wrong.
That's good running. It makes life so much easier when you have people who are willing to go beyond the defence like that.
Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Big chance! That was probably asking just too much.
He did very well trying to adjust himself, but not the expected outcome.
There will be 1 minute
Bellingham
added time.
is steaming forward. And it's Sané. Bellingham looking for a runner. Well cut out, no margin for error there at all. And there's the end of the first half. Well, it was a half of could-haves and should-haves, but as the whistle blows, we remain where we started. Plenty for both managers to mull over here. And we are up to the break.
Barcelona ended that first half in such a strong fashion. I think we'll just have to wait and see now if they can rekindle that drive and that determination. It's been great commitment, and that has to be maintained in the second half.
No goals at this stage, but certainly not devoid of action. It is 0-0 here at half-time.
Please be reminded that drinking is only allowed in the areas shown on this map. Thank you very much for your cooperation.
Substitutions taking place.
There's the start of the second half.
Barcelona have been the team that have had the lion's share of possession and chances. Okay, they haven't got much to show for it, but I think it's a case of keep going and eventually you'll get your break.
Played into space. Messi in acres of space out wide. Oh, shooting chance! Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can.
Well, it's a move of great promise, but will it really prove productive?
That's been intercepted.
That's great positioning, so good from him.
Now it's Pele. Pele! It's loose and there's a race for the ball. And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Pele actually didn't do an awful lot wrong, to be honest.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Goalless still, neither side really getting onto the front foot. And the shot! And the ball's come loose here.
Well, the keeper seemed to go into study mode then, and he's read it beautifully.
Vitinha. Rui Costa. Rui Costa going face-to-face with his great rival. Vitinha. Pele. Looking to play him in. And a
The
chance!
attendance for this match was 60,000.
He's done very well to get to that. Yeah, he was well placed to deal with that.
Substitution.
Corner number 3 coming up. Vitinha gets rid without sophistication. He really is being given no time to think on the ball now.
Yeah, and if they're going to try and stop him in this fashion, Peter, they're going to really test the referee's patience from here.
And it's Rui Costa. It is still anyone's game, 0-0. Bellingham. He's having a shot! Oh, it's fallen loose again! And it's in! Just the pick-me-up the whole game needs! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Well, listen, last line of defence and you don't get it right, then you're paying a visit to your net.
Substitution for Arsenal. Number 5.
Arsenal can now introduce the first of their substitutes. Barcelona have taken the lead.
Well, when the going gets tough, etc.,
Shot a goal!
Coming on the field.
That has earned a reprieve for the time being.
Alvarez.
Arsenal really are going about things in the right fashion, Peter. It's great to see.
Number 8.
They're coming again and again.
I think they just have to keep forcing the issue and they'll get clinical.
Rummenigge. He's away! There's a beautiful simplicity about this contest. Willing running on one side, dogged defence on the other. Thuram always on the lookout for any signs of danger. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Well, the message they're sending out now is pretty loud and clear. Let's grab a second goal and give ourselves an element of comfort.
Great defending, strong and determined. Always on. It's Vieri! It's run loose. Who's going to get there? Tries a shot! Sticks it away! Two to the good, and they are purring. Absolutely purring. Oh, the deftness of touch. Received it delightfully and finished it off sumptuously.
Speed of thought, speed of action. That's another really...
Vieri! And it's there! And they are pulling clear here.
Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation.
And that's it. So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you.
And if you do have a chance today, please take some time out to give your support to our Better Stadium Fund.
Well, football is, of course, ultimately just a game, but for the next 2 hours, it might not feel like that. The stadium is full of noise and energy. This certainly matters. Just listen to that noise. This place is definitely up for it. Let's hope we get a contest worthy of the setting. And as you can see, we've already started here.
Any attack containing Raul is a frightening sight for any defence.
His record's a frightening sight.
Well, when you think about it, most of his ilk will put themselves before the team. But Raul is different and has a greater appreciation for all that and likely to put others in before himself. A lot of space here, a real opportunity.
Now that looks a decent ball. Lovely feet. Well, that's surely a foul. Free kick.
Well, he was the one player you had to keep away from the area. Not the best way to do it, though.
What a start. Free kick in a dangerous position in the opening minutes. Lahm. Now it's Cruyff. And they're not going to make any further progress now. Vitinha. And that's really well manoeuvred. Neymar was alert to the possibilities, but in the end it's fruitless. And this is Neymar. He's one-on-one, and the finish! Big relief, it just needed better contact.
Well, that was highly impressive. He went through them like a knife through butter, so that's raised an alarm or two.
Looking for options for movement. And he was alert to it. Now, what about a counter-attack? And it's Sané. Looking for the run. And this is Pelé. Now there's a fight. Luis Suarez! Goal! Barcelona! Another moment of magic. A real wow moment.
Oh, what a finish. I mean, an instinctive finish at that, and he probably didn't even have time to think about it too much.
So we have the first goal.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Nothing wrong with that tackle. Ball won cleanly. Raul is flagged offside. Ibrahimovic. Pelé. Looking to play him in. Neymar. Loft gets his head on it! Oh, crossbar! Now, who's going to be first to this? And he thumps it clear. And that's been won. Ibrahimovic! Looking for a runner. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. Pelé, and he's on his way, takes a shot, sticks it away, and once more we are all square. You score, we score.
Well, that's so refreshing. They went a goal down, and you never would have guessed it. Their reaction has been emphatic.
And that was as close to certain as can be.
Ibrahimovic really can't believe his luck. He was allowed so much room when he should have been boxed in.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Well, there's resilience for you, Peter. As a side, they never lost focus despite the setback, and this is thoroughly merited. For me, now they can go one better, possibly.
Passing is crisp and sharp. Yeah, he's pulled him up for that challenge. And he is going into that little black book. And it's Hasebe, played out wide. And he's made sure that's not getting through.
Raul really needed to concentrate on protecting the ball. Then again, he was being very closely marshalled.
Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. Well, that's beautifully weighted. He's picked his way through. Chance! He's beaten the keeper, but hit the post. Vitinha. Out towards the flank. Sané. And into the grateful arms of the keeper. Cruyff.
Might want to be careful there.
Ball is over the line. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. Raul. Pele. Vitinha. Pele. And the counter-attack is on for Barcelona. He's found a way through. That's very neat. Neymar drilled in low. A reprieve, albeit perhaps momentary. Lahm. That is good alertness.
They've got to be quick moving this forward.
Beckham. And this is Cruyff. Raul. He's gone for goal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping. Referee's had a look, and he's blown his whistle for half-time. Well, the glass is either half full or half empty. Neither side yet truly to impose themselves, and it's level pegging at half-time. Barcelona are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 13, el dorsal 9, Neymar. Serán sustituidos
And so we're off again.
el dorsal 18, el dorsal 20.
Barcelona come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Cruyff. Pass is coming off in quick succession here. Oh, terrible pass. It's Pele! Oh, and they really should have been made to pay.
Modern football for you. You get zero time to think on the ball. Take too long, and that happens. It gets pinched. We're seeing some really good pressure being applied here, Peter, particularly from those guys up front.
Yeah, and it just, I suppose, Jim, denies the others time and space.
Well, I would call it blanket suffocation. Every single player is committed to the press, and there's simply no way out.
Opts for safety. Gattuso. And the counter is on. Now it's Luis Suarez. Great ball if he can get there. Rafinha receives it in a wide position. Look at the space here. And it's Gattuso. And it's made its way to him. He is through here. Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Now it's Raul. Nicely aimed pass. Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Vitinha is always scanning the pitch for targets. Thuram making good progress on the right-hand side. It's all a little bit desperate, but it's got the job done.
Well, that tackle was immense, and so was the relief. The great escape.
Pullet. It is a corner.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona.
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Luis Suárez, el dorsal 22. Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 38.
Nakata getting this one clear.
El dorsal
And now they can spring out of defence.
Se va a llevar a cabo un cambio de jugadores.
Nice looking ball. He looks to lift it. No, that wasn't kidding anyone.
Ibrahimovic really would relish another crack at that same challenge, I suspect.
Gravenberg. Now he's got space here. Maldini is pretty much the definition of the word uncompromising. Aimed beyond the defence. He's got away. And he's cut it out. Neymar. Raul is onto it in a flash. Nicely worked. Cruyff gets into some space. That's a throw.
Se va a realizar un cambio de jugadores.
Concentration levels are very good, and so is the commitment. This game could yet yield a winner.
It's a searching pass. Vieri is in a really good position out wide. He's tried one! And somehow he managed to miss it.
That could yet prove very pivotal. Chances like that just can't be wasted.
Nicely shaped ball. Well, that pass isn't the best. And that's put paid to a promising move. Not the most convincing. Oh, they could be caught out here. And he's managed to get free. Well, This ended up in no man's land. And that's going up front in a hurry. Now try to spin that positively. I certainly can't. Still anyone's game this. One moment can decide it.
Listen, the fans haven't given up on this by any means. They still believe it can be won.
That has been knocked clear.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Pele producing a good steal there, showing a good level of alertness. Chance! Oh, that's incredible! Late in the day, this could well be it! And a trademark move ends with the inevitable classy finish.
Look, if you want to be effective on the break, then the key element is always pace. That's what really rips defences apart, and it's difficult to find an answer to it when it's applied like that.
Що ти бавишся? А, не що договору не було? Що
Having
Гарка
turned the
бачиш,
game on
ще
its
сюди
head, now
розмітав.
can they hold out? Well, look, Peter, yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. It's a straight red. He has been given his marching orders. Well, there may be some scope for debate over
А
the
ти що,
seriousness
стрімиш?
of the offence, but none over its
Ти
repercussions.
казав, договору
We'll have
дійшло
to
до
see out the rest of
того.
the game with 10 men.
В 9-й.
Barcelona really can only do one thing now, Peter. Get the ball up front, make sure it sticks, and sustain some pressure.
Fourth official showing that there will be 3 minutes of added time. Lahm goes on a charge down the left. Rafinha, can he get it through? And he's in on goal! And the shot! It's in!
А ти що? А,
We've got
відстає,
it,
стріляє.
it's over! It's all square once more!
Ти маю
They
відео.
forced the error and that's it. So it is something for both, but ideal for neither. Both parties having to
Де
settle for
відстає
what
стрім?
they get
Скільки? Та десь хвилина
and hope
відстає.
for better in the weeks ahead. So Jim,
Зря.
how do you
От тільки
reflect on
забив
what
гол,
we've
от тільки
seen?
забив.
Barcelona certainly had some good moments, Peter. There were plenty of encouraging spells that more should have been made of.
Many thanks
Я
to
би теж
Jim,
дев'ятий
and with that,
розпущу.
it is a very good night to you.
У мене 70 чи 80. Постійно зажаті кнопки, нижні кнопки на джойстику. Та там просто джойстик. А чого так відстає, блін, що це? Дуже жорстко відстає. Та ні, нажили. У тебе зловити нереально буде. З таким відставанням. Ну, зараз сота перемога буде в тебе. Ювіайно. 93. 50% нормально йдеш. Я вчора в другий заскочив сьогодні. Теж зараз трошки пограю, поки світло буде, може 2 годинки. Трошки пошпіляти. Постійно ж дзвонив, постійно ж як завжди говорить, він довго і довго. Та за ті броні питався, блядь. Я теж не можу, бо спочатку все теж боїться як вогню. А ти вже далі граєш. Та щось так трохи поговорив з ними, за того, за друге. Зою купив собі, Рено Зою мають, 40 років. Ввечері, ну так, ввечері сьогодні це. Дзвонив мені з Чернівців, типу, той, що обладнанням займається. Раніше він ще там мене питався за той. Типу ті, хто це, і, ну, і за трансформатори струму, там щось типу, ті коефіцієнти на трансформацію, ну треба річки питати, знаєш. Вони десь 5:30. Ну, я в нього питаю, типу, а що, типу, то є... Що там має бути? Кажу, я забув, типу, то дзвониш, значить, УЗ. Каже, що УЗ, що, типу, зарядні станції мають бути на 70 МВт, потім 120 МВт. Я йому кажу, а той проект типу, піде хоч в дію чи ні? Він каже, ну тата, ми вже ж обладнання замовляємо, купляємо. Ну так мені сказав, що вони вже купляють, практично вже купляють. Ну так, от хіба розширення ще далі піде десь туди. Там має бути розширення ще плюс розширення навіть. Поїдемо так якось. Добре, шпіляй. Де я машину переставлю, мені якісь ось поставив на... Так, треба вибавитися. Йду переставлю машину, ставимо зарядку, бо з цим сіпом, блядь. Іду в ходорів завтра вже. Вони казали, що я. Та вони, типа, не дуже здоровіші, але приїду завтра ввечері. На Різдво вернуся, не знаю, хоч на Різдво десь до тебе тут за другому, чи ні. Я не знаю, коли ти приїдеш. Ти коли приїдеш? Ти ж на Різдво, напевно, там. Ну то ладно, тоді якось пересечемося. Тоже, напевно, там. Добре, добре. Завтра на роботу, четвер тільки вихідний, п'ятницю знову на роботу. Не так вже. Ну, то вже той день один ні сюди вже подав, то вже б там якоюсь суботою працював. Давай, давай.
Well, it looks like a big game, sounds like a big game. Everyone involved is absolutely up for it. Well, we're on the way. So, Jim, who would you identify as the key man in this fixture?
Yeah, Virgil van Dijk. He's...
And the shot! Oh, that is very close.
that's a great effort. There was very little backlift to indicate what was coming.
Neymar. And Gravenberch. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Neymar running with the ball. He's picked his way through. Piqué looks to the other side. Yamal wriggles his way through. Lahm gets into some space. Now, can they get it back? And that's been won straight back. And it's Neymar. They want to be quick to recover this. And that's... And the shot!
Well, it's been a very attacking start here. It's looking good for them if they can maintain what we've seen.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Lizarazu makes the interception. Quarter of an hour played. Lahm. No goals as yet. Lahm. Neymar, a player who needs no introduction. And it's Makalele. And here's Neymar. Makalele. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. And they can counter here. For a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Del Piero has it out wide and in space. Nice trying to orchestrate a breakaway here by the looks of it.
Well, I would say that this is probably the easiest way to play the game because you try and absorb in numbers defensively, and then you look to hit it with a long ball quickly on the counter-attack to get your men in behind the opposition defence.
Just looking for that one telling pass. Yamal hurtling down that right flank. Now it's Luis Suarez. Oh, this is a great position. Barcelona with the corner, they're first. Nice have the chance to go the other way. Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. And that's put paid to a promising move. And it's Lahm. Van Dijk deals with that comfortably. Rijkaard. For Conte. Van Dijk. Conte. Now Costa Curta. Baresi. Messi. And it's Neymar. Rijkaard is always looking to break lines. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all. Oh, easy pickings there. Now it's Luis Suarez. That's an imaginative pass. That's beautifully weighted.
Are certainly playing with an intense focus in executing their plan here.
Messi. And there's his chance to lead the counter. Lizarazu. And Makaleli. And it's Gravenberch. And he welcomes it in. It's a really well-measured ball. Brilliantly cut out. Messi. Conte. And it's Neymar. Messi.
It's the...
And that'll be the last act of the first half. So neither team were able to take the lead, but it certainly hasn't been for the lack of trying. So they head in no further forward. The score here, still 0-0.
Pour un événement un peu particulier. Je ne vous en dis pas plus. Changement pour Nice. Le numéro 19. Le numéro 21.
Here's the start of the second half.
Barcelona clearly have been the better side here. So if I was to say anything to them, it would be just keep going. If it's not broken, don't try to fix it.
Great chance! And he was there to get a vital touch.
Really anticipated that well, didn't he? Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
Oh, smashing! In he goes again! No mistake! And the second half is off to a flyer! And he's only too grateful to capitalise on the keeper's misfortune.
Look, that's one of the first things you learn, whether you're a striker or not. Just anticipate a goalkeeping parry or spillage, and sometimes you'll get lucky, it'll come your way.
Nice have fired themselves in front.
Well, talk about the perfect start to the second half. They've certainly come out with more purpose, more energy, and it's paid off beautifully.
Barcelona come out of the tunnel having undergone a change at half-time.
Well, we're certainly going to see a change in personnel. We'll see if the system changes with it.
Nice can breathe again, just.
You know, it was an intervention that had to be made. Serious trouble lay in store.
That is a jarring tackle, but apparently nothing wrong with it. Chance, surely! Oh, he's been caught on it here, and it's come back out to him. Bellingham! Oh, he's managed to get himself offside. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Costa Curta. So we've reached the hour mark. Now it's Semenyo. Now it's Messi. Semenyo. Big header! And that's caused a worry or two.
Eto'o certainly knows that he's missed a real chance there, but he can't dwell on that. He needs to pick himself up and move on.
Changement.
So here comes the substitution. There will be a throw-in. So, Jim, what are you thinking?
Barcelona are very much in the game and matching the opposition for chances.
Van Basten. Well read, nice interception.
Yeah, they were looking for a counter-attack.
Nicely intercepted. Let's a look and place it forward. Piqué is a man so notably robust and resolute in his defending.
Well, Peter, just see here how a lot of the attacking players aren't dropping back anymore.
And that means just one thing, I suppose.
Yeah, they just simply want to engage the counter-attack.
Barcelona are, of course, in a position to go to the bench should the need arise. Vitinha. And it's Makalele. Played out wide. That's a lovely, neat pass.
Well, that's certainly more like it. They can't let the intensity drop now, Peter.
They're coming again and again.
You know, the interest value in this game might just take off from here.
It's Rui Costa. And here's Bellingham. He's in a good position here. Lovely bit of skill. And this is Ibrahimovic. Shapes to shoot! He's scored! There seemed no way back, but they are level. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that. But you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
Changement pour Nice. Le numéro 20. Le
Both
numéro
sides
10.
then taking this chance to turn to their benches.
À leur place,
That
Le
has
numéro
certainly
11.
made things
Le
interesting.
numéro 17.
Barcelona really can sense it now. This game is theirs to win. They just need to step it up and force the issue.
And here's Suarez. Mateus wins the duel this time.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Neither of these two want to come off second best. Vitinha. Ambitious ball here. No luck with that dink over the top. Oh, he's been caught napping. Oh, what a stop. Had to be at his very best.
Barcelona really can't be faulted for their attitude, and if they go on to win this, it'll be fully deserved.
And here's Semenyo, and he's running through. Yeah, that does look a foul. Referee's given a free kick. Well, this looks promising in terms of distance and angle.
And it's no surprise to see who's...
Mateus! Oh, yes, it's there! And that has raised the roof! Well, that was wonderful in every regard. Vision, concept, and considerable accuracy.
Well, he made it look effortless. Clearly a training ground perfectionist.
And it didn't take him long. Just sitting on the bench and waiting moments ago, already he has scored.
That's just as the manager would have seen it, an impact sub.
Nice take what looks to be a decisive lead.
Well, the last moments now, Peter, are going to be very frantic. There's still time for a twist or two yet.
4 minutes de temps additionnel.
Van Basten. There will be 4 extra minutes. Bellingham. Bellingham! Bellingham! That is brilliant! Oh, it really is a finish of the highest order. We thought it was over. It's all square once more. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Barcelona are such an adept counter-attacking team.
It's Rui Costa! Oh, he did the hard part, right? And that is it. The referee has seen enough. So it does end all square. Inspiration, perspiration, both on show in equal measure. Just not enough on either side to find a winner. Bellingham picking up the Man of the Match award, and no surprise there. How do you look back on the game then, Jim?
Listen, the more this game went on, a draw was always likely to be on the card. So overall, I don't think anyone will be complaining too much about what they've got.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute
El
now.
Barcelona y Polonia.
There's nothing quite like match day, especially here. This crowd doesn't do ordinary, and we should be in for something very special. We have already started here.
Okay, I'm probably going to be accused of fullback bias again, Peter, but Giuliano Belletti is someone I see as having a key role.
Your type of player?
Yeah, he's very competent defensively, first and foremost. He knows that's his job, so he's not the type that's going to be constantly rushing up and down the flank at 100 miles per hour, delivering crosses.
Knocks it into space. Oh, that's superb. And he's cut it out. Well, that is one way to stop him. Now it's Hullet. Now it's Hullet. Oh, there's a probing ball. He's in plenty of space here. And smartly reclaimed. And it's Belletti. He's in a good position. And the shot! They've scored!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early.
Just so calm under pressure, and he managed to fashion a fine finish.
Well, he had to deal with an awful lot of unwanted attention, but his tenacity won the day.
Barcelona are already chasing the game. They didn't envisage that. Oh, he's been caught on it here. Lahm. Makaleli. Gravenberg. Thuram. Nicely weighted ball. That is a brilliant interception. Barcelona are behind here despite their domination of possession. Defending in numbers, sharp and uncompromising. Fired deep. He's having a shot! He has done it! A game of thrills, all square in the blinking of an eye!
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
One sweeping move, executed with deadly efficiency.
Just when they thought they may be in at one end, they end up shipping a goal at the other, and it's all due to wonderful counter-attacking. They hardly had time to even react, and there's only one word to describe that: clinical.
And that is added chance! It's run loose, who's going to get there? And that is out of play. And here's Mbappe. Gravenberg. Hullet is onto this. Hullet. Pops for safety. Played towards the other side. No, he's not getting past him there. Yamal. Yamal! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Lamine Yamal clearly thought he had the beating of the keeper.
Now it's Eto'o. Van Basten.
Van Basten really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Oh, he's seen that early, used a certain sixth sense. Well, the runner's been sold a little bit short there.
Poland clearly should have gone for the easier pass. Now they'll have to quickly regroup.
That has not gone well. Great vision, and he's in on goal. He rises! Goal, Poland! And they're back in front. He watched it all the way, and the finish was unerring.
Yeah, it all came from some really smart movement, Peter. Did the defence let themselves down by not picking him up? I think the boss won't be amused.
Well, this is what we've been waiting for.
Look, he's the one everyone expects to put the ball in the net. That's what he's paid to do.
Now it's Eto'o. Barcelona are in need of a lift as we head up towards the break. That's a nicely shaped ball. Gullit gets into a good position. Bellingham. And it's Gullit. And it's Belletti. Gattuso is a perfect combination of brain and brawn, and that has left him in a heap. Bellingham. And this is Gullit. Makaleli. Gravenberg. Now he's got space here. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. And here's Van Basten. Oh, what has happened here? And that'll be the final action of the first half. So, engaging and still right on edge. Plenty of signs to suggest this will turn out to be a really good one. Caution certainly not on the agenda here, from both sides.
Well, it's a lead that's by no means convincing. The manager can't go too easy on his players here. I think they need to re-establish that focus and try to lift the purpose again. They want a good start to the second half.
So we're straight back at it at the start of the second half.
Barcelona really need to bring up their intensity and rhythm a notch or two, Peter. Just looked a step too slow on everything.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
Well, he knew what he was taking on there, Peter, and special delivery from the ref. Barcelona clearly are trying to mix things up here, keeping their opponents guessing.
And it's Belletti. Tries to pass it through. Skillfully cut out. He is so at ease on the ball. Well, he was clearly disappointed with that pass.
They should have done a lot better there. The final ball was very poor.
Great chance! Oh, brilliant from Yamal! He's got himself an absolute peach. Once more they've done it! They just will not lie down!
I could watch this every week, Peter. Talk about strength of character. Wonderful.
Smiles broad and beautiful. That is a cracking hit.
It's almost poetry in motion, Peter, isn't it? The way he wraps his foot round the ball so effortlessly. Amazing.
Quite a thriller this one's become.
Well, I'd happily watch this every week, Peter. This is exactly what you want from a big game.
Well, the movement is slick, the speed is slippery. The defence, though, able to hold on this time. Shot, surely! Goal, Poland! And they've got their lead back. So smooth, a signature finish.
Well, you've always got to have players that are willing to make the runs. And when you keep plugging away, that will happen.
Poland get themselves into the lead.
It's so often the case with goal scorers, little influence, and all of a sudden, bang.
Now it's Mbappe. Oh, facing up to his adversary, this is a formidable matchup.
That's exactly what they need to keep doing. Carry on plugging away, and eventually, you might just get that little break.
There is an irresistible, irrepressible look about them here.
Well, the question now is whether they can sustain it.
And this is Van Basten. So nearly the perfect ball. Bellingham. Real chance!
Well, height could make all the difference on these set pieces.
And he's gone backward here. Has a shot! And a terrific save from the keeper.
Van Dijk is offering a wry smile there.
Oh, now here's an interesting matchup. Looking for options for movement. Barcelona do have options available on the bench if they want to go that way. And this is Gullit. Gullit finds himself offside.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Both sides
20,
then taking this chance
el
to
dorsal
turn
8,
to their benches.
El dorsal 38. Serán sustituidos por
Thuram.
el dorsal
Getting
17,
too much time on the ball
el
here, that is
dorsal
good
15,
pressing.
Luis Suárez. El
Bellingham.
dorsal 6. Cambio de jugadores.
And he was alert to it. This their second corner of the game. They've played it short. Referee has taken his time, but it is going to be another corner. Corner number 3 coming up. Last-ditch defending, but that'll do. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Good ball, good take. He's picked his way through. Chance to deliver. Oh, well cut out, no margin for error there at all.
Keep calm and carry on. That's the job in a nutshell now.
Vieira did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Bellingham. Lizarazu. And here's Rui Costa. Plays the ball back. Looking for the run. That's been slipped through. Oh, that's fabulous. Eto'o. Swings in across. Well, the counter-attack will come to nothing because that is an errant touch.
Oh, what a dampener that was, just when we were hoping he'd turn up the heat.
Just eases him off the ball. Suarez is flagged offside.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Can he finish? It's in! We thought it was over! It's all square once more! It is a good finish. The odds were against him. Little matter.
Yeah, he won the jostle, and it was a very good finish, and I think he'll go away feeling pretty good about that one.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal 7.
We have got changes here from both sides, in
El
fact.
dorsal 11.
All
Se va a
square
llevar a cabo
again
un cambio
into
de
the
jugadores.
dying minutes.
It just goes to show you what determination can achieve. Okay, there isn't much time left, but if we have to find a winner now, there's no question who I'll be backing.
Good read, needed to be.
I think we might be done here, Peter. I don't see there being enough time for them to try again.
Habrá 5 minutos
And
de
we're not going to make
descuento.
any further progress now. And he's running through. 5 minutes to add. And here's Gattuso.
They're avoiding the blatantly obvious by not getting the ball into the opposition box. That's where it has to be.
Rui Costa can see things others simply cannot. And this is Luis Suarez. Barcelona finding their passes. Lovely pass, but can he get there? And we're done. Magic. What a magical football match. And genuine respect all round. Any reflections on what you've seen, Jim?
Well, a decent draw, Peter, with a good mix of action and plenty of talking points, and it ended with the right result, in my opinion.
My thanks to Jim. We both wish you a very good evening. So bring it on. Hype, expectation, emotion. The game yet to kick off. The excitement already palpable. Expectations and decibels both rising fast here. Things are heating up and we'll be getting underway very soon. Well, if you did just miss it, we are up and running already. Jim, who do you pick out as the telling individual today?
Well, Peter, I think the role Jude Bellingham will be given will be important here. He's like a combination of a number 8 and a number 6. Great defensively, very aggressive too in going after the ball. But he's also a very neat dribbler, so not the type to stay put. And I'm sure we'll see a lot of that today.
He would be the obvious choice, wouldn't he? He certainly has all the right qualities. And this is Shevchenko. Now it's Rafinha. Oh, what a ball! And the shot! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, they would have been looking at him to produce the goods, and that was very kind of him to oblige so early. Well, Peter, they're trying to claim offside here, but this stinks of desperation to me. They know they've got it wrong.
So the game's first significant moment, and it's come earlier than perhaps we anticipated. Chance! And that is wildly off target.
Well, it didn't quite come off this time, Peter, but that's a warning to the opposition. This team know how to counter, and they'll be looking to do it every chance they get.
Odo. Scholes. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Barcelona leading here thanks to that early goal. 1-0 the score. Scholes. And this is Batistuta. And Batistuta! It's in! That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, since going a goal down, they've dug in to produce a really fine spell, which for me deserved that equaliser.
No space, no problem. You just cannot stop him.
Well, at one stage he was being body checked, Peter, and then the next minute it's in the back of the net. That's wonderful striking.
And that has added a whole new complexion to the game.
Such a big goal, Peter. Just when the opposition thought they could turn the screw, they're back to square one again. The manager will be absolutely delighted with such a response.
Played out towards the right wing. Now it's Mbappe. Thinks about the shot. Great chance! Scholes.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space.
Oh, that's fabulous. Hangs in a cross. Back in possession and ready to go again.
Shevchenko really was well marshalled there because he was denied the opportunity to turn.
Makelele eases the ball away from him. Oh, he's enjoyed that. He evidently loves the contest. He is through here. Still very early doors, but it is a closely contested affair. And it's Del Piero. Tries to play it through. Tries a shot! Goal! Barcelona! And they're back in front. An opportunist strike, but he'll take it. He will own it.
Yeah, Peter, I think we've got to give the keeper some slack here because he didn't have the greatest view of that, but you've got to give the scorer his due as well. I mean, he had that sharpness of mind and clinical edge.
And he's done it again. He's got his second. Barcelona go into the lead. That's an imaginative pass. Oh, played through for the wide man. Cleared away. Ribéry. Now it's Mbappe. Rafinha, the specialist in tearing teams apart. Makaleli. Del Piero. He's a sharp little ball here. Rui Costa. Oh, he's felt that, hasn't he? Well, that's a foul. A simple decision for the referee. And that's going to be a booking. Half-time coming up, and little doubt as to which of the two sides is the happier. Piqué did just about enough to come out on top there. Neither party overly willing to compromise. Played into the middle. Shevchenko. Here's Scholes. Bellingham. Always looking for that half a chance. Piqué. And he goes cross-field.
That's a great ball cross-field.
Gravenberg. Nice interception. His positioning was spot on. He's in plenty of space here. He rises! And he looked every bit the assured keeper there.
Batistuta is offering a right smile there.
Decent progress down the left. And that is going to be the final action of the first half. It's been thrills and spills at either end in the first half. Neither side really seizing the initiative, and both teams still very much in it. No, well, the pickings certainly have been rich in this first half.
Well, I think the message from the manager at half-time will be pretty simple, Peter. He's going to want them to play at a higher tempo, press more, higher up the pitch, pass quicker, and entice the opposition out of position. He knows how crucial the next goal will be.
Barcelona are leading 2-1, but things are very much in the balance here. And we are already promptly back underway. Great defending, strong and determined. Otto just loves to go forward whenever he can. Oh, it's come loose. Barcelona different to some extent this half. Details of the changes to come soon.
Well, I think this is probably a good time, Peter, to make ambitious change.
Scholes is always looking to break lines. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Well, that had the makings of something quite promising, but it's fizzled out into nothing. And here's Del Piero. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
That's simply brilliant defending. They were outnumbered, but he still came out on top.
Oh, that's well spotted. Scholes. And it's Shevchenko. Rui Costa. Lahm.
They've got to make this nice and quick.
Barcelona perhaps contemplating their next change here. Lahm. Intercepts the throw, that's well read. Quality ball. Rafinha, who does have an assist to his name. Rafinha. Bellingham. And it's Ribéry. Lahm. For Ribéry. It's a good run down the left-hand side. And he's there to make the challenge. Cannavaro with the challenge, and he has given away a free kick.
Cambio de jugadores en el Barcelona. El dorsal
Barcelona
18.
are able now
El
to make
dorsal
their
19.
substitution. It's been on the cards
El
for
dorsal
a few
5.
moments now.
Serán sustituidos por el dorsal 11.
It's Rui Costa.
El dorsal 22.
Lam.
El dorsal 6.
Scholes. Passing is crisp and sharp.
You can never be short of runners into space, as long as the space left behind is filled.
Not the most accurate pass. Batistuta. That's an excellent interception.
Well, it's definitely the right attitude and application, Peter. They've got to keep pushing.
They're coming again and again.
They just need to sort out their end product, and quickly.
Well, he can't say now that he hasn't been warned.
I don't think you need to be an expert lip reader to know what's being said here.
Gattuso. Scholes. And here's Batistuta. Oh, he's going to be disappointed with that. And here's Batistuta. Now, can he find a finish? Gattuso. Could move up a gear here. Just a quarter of an hour to play. Lizarazu. And that has left him in a heap.
Barcelona clearly have been instructed to kill this off. Offence is the best form of defence.
Bellingham. Rui Costa conjures time and space where few can. And it's Scholes. And here's Bellingham. Engages and forces him off the ball.
Well, that was well positioned and well pinched. They can't hurt with their backs to goal.
Lam gets across to intercept that. And here's Ribéry. Shin to shin, bicep to bicep, and he wins out. Well, that is good. Super running, sharp movement. Came up against a defender, though, who was ever so determined. He could be in here. Nice interception, well timed.
Look, there has to be more urgency here. The ball has to get to the other end much faster.
Rui Costa. And here's Batistuta. And he welcomes it in. This looks promising.
What a letdown when you've got such presence and movement. That's just playing it safe and simple. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
And he shoots! Scholes. And that will be the final act. Barcelona can finally smile now. They have held on in a difficult watch for both sets of fans. A truly emotional roller coaster, that. So, Jim, how do you reflect on what we've seen?
Barcelona undoubtedly gave us the perfect example of how you start a game of football. They came out with purpose, intensity, energy. They were determined to grab the initiative, and of course were duly awarded.
So many thanks to Jim Beglin. That's all we have time for. Good evening to you. Well, what a scene we have here. There's a real expectant buzz in the stadium, and the players on the pitch are raring to go any minute now.
Milan et Barcelona.
The San Siro for nigh on a century, Milan's power base, the ultimate status symbol of their glorious history. We have already started here.
In a system like this, Peter, the winger-fullback combinations can be absolutely crucial.
Yeah, and no doubt you can expand on that for us, Jim.
Well, there's just so many potential options and movements, overlapping, underlapping, wingers vacating spaces to be occupied by fullbacks, coming inside, creating overloads down the middle on either flank. You get those right, and this can be a very effective system.
A tried and tested formula.
And believe it or not, Peter, we even did that back in my day.
Well, he's going to be disappointed with that. Yaya Toure. Well, the idea was a good one. The execution of it, not quite so.
Well, the pass wasn't good enough, and he knows it.
Excellent challenge there, uncompromising. Now there's a fine ball, and he shoots! Just off target.
That is a really good chance missed, Peter. Certainly the way he's been playing.
Mbappe demonstrating his defensive quality there.
Yaya Toure will be key here, Peter. His versatility and drive makes him a nightmare for the opposition.
He was actually a much more conventional holding midfield player in his younger days, wasn't he?
Yeah, but he's come on in leaps and bounds since then. In fact, he's at his best when partnered with a defensive midfielder like that, because it means he has license to just join the attack.
So he's benefited a lot from his new role.
Yeah, it's brought so much more out of him. He's a true all-round player now.
Yaya Toure. Anything, Jim, to pick out of these early exchanges?
Well, I think both teams probably feel it's too early for us.
Tries a shot! And that's what you call inspired goalkeeping.
Ibrahimovic is offering a wry smile there. All he needs to do is to place this between the goalposts and basically let them attack it.
Nice ended up in no man's land. Cruyff. Barcelona have the chance to go the other way. Oh, can he get onto this? Yamal. Thuram looking to run onto it. Oh, important interception. Gullit dominates aerially so often. Can he spark a counter here? So it is still 0-0. Dixon. Over to the other side. Roberto Carlos. Makaleli. Now Mbappe. Well played, that has snuffed out the danger. Now it's Ibrahimovic. Gullit. There's the shot! William Gullit! Oh, it's fabulous! Sumptuous finish, an absolute joy! And Milan have the lead. The movement so precise, the finish sumptuous.
Yeah, when you're hit on the counter-attack like that, it's like walking into a sucker punch, and they're dazed.
So the first goal of the game.
Well, I think the next 5 to 10 minutes will call for real focus as the opposition will inevitably react.
And it's Neymar.
Barcelona are really in a position where patience and prudence will serve them best. Time's on their side.
Del Piero will not want to lose out here, not against this opponent.
It's a decent chance to counter-attack.
Oh, that pass isn't the best. And no, that is pretty much the end of that. Oh, that's well spotted. Makaleli is one of those players who's known for reading the game better than anyone. Oh, the chip pass. He's had a shot! Oh, taken with style. That is remarkable! All square in a matter of moments.
Yeah, and analysis of the goal should take a back seat to the importance of a committed reaction. This is wonderful to watch.
Another moment of magic, a real wow moment.
It's beautiful poise. I mean, most players in that position, I think, would probably fluff that, but not this fella.
That has certainly made things interesting.
Well, I think the players will be buoyed by the fact that they've managed to level things in a hurry. Tails most definitely up now.
Del Piero. That is good pressure, just hounded him off it. And he's intervened well there. It's just beyond his reach. Ibrahimovic. Oh, he's done very... And the shot! And he gets rid in a hurry. Mbappe. Now looking to orchestrate a counter. Now it's Grafenberg. A probing pass. And it's been played through. Dixon. Gullit. Oh, it's a promising build-up, this. Plenty of really nice passing. Yaya Toure. Yamal was in no mood for any of that. Maldini cuts out the pass. Yaya Toure. Now it's Ibrahimovic.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Well timed, excellent interception. Milan finding their passes. Neymar. And the first half is done. So it's all squared. Neither side has been able to make a telling difference, but it hasn't been for the lack of trying. Reflections on the first half?
Barcelona really showed some resolve in that first half, Peter, after going behind. So I think the message from the manager will be quite a positive one. Keep going and keep doing what you've been doing, because it's pretty good.
Barcelona are level pegging at half-time then, and it's a finely balanced game. 1-1 the score. Barcelona get the second half going. Piqué. Now it's Del Piero. He's under a lot of pressure there. Oh, played through for the wide man. That's good play. And the shot! Oh, the ball's come loose here. Toure promptly onto that, and that is that. Dixon. Roberto Carlos is looking to influence the game from out wide. Cannavaro. And it's Gravenberch. Now he's got space here. Played into space out wide. And the flag has stayed down. Shot a goal! Big moment! Massive goal!
Well, whenever he reminds us of his wondrous skill set, it's usually something very memorable or even unforgettable. We'll certainly remember that one.
Beautiful, just beautiful. The joy of the moment.
That is simply tremendous. I mean, how easy would it have been to get across it or overhit it? Perfection.
So we have a breakthrough. Now how will things develop from here?
Yeah, I always felt this was coming. There was a clear increase in both intensity and tempo. Now all they need is to try and maintain it. Barcelona are clearly enjoying a very good spell. The flow of momentum is banging there.
Terrific header! Oh, that was no routine save.
Well, someone's doing his job properly, Peter, that's for sure.
It's their second corner of the game. And the shot! It's loose now and they want to get it back. Almost an hour gone. And here's Donatoni. Oh, it's a nice idea, but the execution was lacking. Threads one in, neatly clipped into space. And he's certainly onside here. Well, it didn't look good for a while, but that was brave defending, and they got away with it.
Oh, that's brilliantly defended, though. It looked destined for a goal.
Bullet given the lift of his goal. Yamal. It's a searching pass. That's good vision. But it is clear to see that he is not at all happy with that.
Ah, he made it look a bit predictable.
Yaya Toure is the distributor-in-chief, always looking for movers. Oh, good read.
That was well played, well stopped.
That's an imaginative pass. And that's the end of that. It all started well enough. But that has not gone well. Now it's Mbappe. Can he get on the end of this? And Del Piero! And he has kept it out somehow.
Del Piero really must be thinking what he has to do to score there.
Del Piero just eases him off the ball. Yaya Toure. Almost 75 minutes on the clock now.
That's positional gold, the utilisation of space. When it's delivered early like that, defenders just can't get themselves set. Milan really are showing all the necessary urgency, but it's potency they need.
It looked as though that might lead to... Yeah, he's fouled him there. And no surprise, that's a booking.
Sostituzione per il Milan. Numero 11.
We have got changes here from both sides, in fact.
Numero 14. Numero 19. Numero 5. Numero 42. Yaya Touré. Lasciano il campo per il numero 9.
Roberto
Eto'o.
Carlos.
Totti. Il
Roberto
numero 7.
Carlos
Il
is
numero 22.
offering some sort of an
Il numero
apology there.
13.
Yeah, he just didn't seem to get enough on the pass,
Attenzione, una
Peter, did he?
sostituzione.
He's found the way through. Not the most accurate pass. And that's very disappointing, it has to be said. Rijkaard. And it's Totti. Seedorf can see things others simply cannot. And it's Roberto Carlos. Mateus. Expertly cut out, really nicely done. Well, the ball just didn't work out for the run that he made.
Well, I think the opposition saw that pass coming a mile off, and it wasn't the best decision. I thought it was going to happen then. How many more chances can they realistically expect now?
Played into space. Now that's well seen too. And for a moment you felt that was going somewhere, but they'll have to go again. Thuram spots it and intercepts. Well, it looked promising for a moment, but it came to nothing. Bellingham.
Ci sarà un minuto di recupero.
Another chance from a corner. Big header! Firm header, just off target.
That's a really decent chance.
Barcelona have their second corner now. Gullit goes short. Baresi does well to get it back. Just a talking to, I think. Yes, it is. Well, plenty of early set pieces here. And he's gone long. And time is up. What a terrific response it was to adversity. What a fantastic game from those players. What unity, what joy. That was so very, very good.
Facciamo un applauso ai tifosi che
Well,
oggi
from behind, Jim, that is some win, isn't it?
They've taken advantage of some complacency, Peter, but if you're offered a chance to do that, then you've got to be ready to pounce.
And all that remains for me is to thank Jim Beglin. That's it from us tonight. A very good evening to one and all.